The Bucks beat the Lakers with ease in LA last night with a near-perfect performance from Giannis, who went 17 for 20 with 44 points. The Bucks have been perfect on their West Coast road trip and have won 4 straight now. The win helps the Bucks keep pace with the Heat and sit just a half game back of Miami for the top spot in the East. Now, a year ago, the Bucks had the 3rd best record in the East heading into the All-Star break, and of course, we remember would go on to win its first title in half a century. Okay, Big Perk back here with us. Perk, do you have more confidence in the Bucks or the Heat as far as the East is concerned?
You know what? With all due respect to Giannis, the most dominant player in the NBA, I got to go with the Miami Heat, a team that represented the finals 2 years ago, that acquired a Kyle Lowry and acquired a champion in P.J. Tucker that's shooting a career-high 46% from the three. Here's the thing. The Miami Heat has the best coach in basketball right now in Eric Spoelstra. When it comes down to in-game adjustments, there's no one out there that's outdoing him. Now, to say that, they also have the best starting 5 defensively. They have enough scoring power to score with anybody in the NBA, and they some goons. They gonna have that ski mask waiting on you and they gonna be waiting on you in that dark alley, waiting to stick you up. And so the thing that I love about the Miami Heat is that they have culture, they have leadership, they have Udonis Haslem. Everybody in the world keeps saying, oh, why do Udonis Haslem keep getting signed to 1-year deals? You know why? Because he's able to let Eric Spoelstra be the best version of himself, and that's holding guys accountable. So when it comes to who I trust more as of right now in the East out of the Bucks and the Heat, I'm going with the Miami Heat.
I respectfully disagree, but
That's
I gotta tell you, KP, I'm praying you're right. Because you know where I want to be.
Yes. Please
Don't
let
you
the
start.
man go to
Don't
Miami.
you start. Don't you start.
My Lord. I'm saying it. I mean, if I can be back in South Beach in June. See, that's when I
That's
love.
what matters the most.
It was at that time that I loved LeBron James and D Wade. I tolerated D Wade's wardrobe and suits. You know, I loved LeBron James, Chris Bosh. You know what I'm saying? And my brother. I mean, I loved them all, but then I haven't been the same with LeBron since he took me back to Lake Erie. I just haven't been the same. Okay, I just haven't been the same. I've held it against him. I openly confess, I've held it against him. But I gotta tell you this, KP. Miami looks good, and Bam Adebayo, he's 18-10. Tyler Hero's an all-star. This brother's special right now. He's doing his thing. Duncan Robinson, I'm surprised he's only shooting 36% from three-point range. I expected better from him, but I think he'll get it going. And my brother Jimmy Butler, you know I believe in that Rough Rider, okay? And the culture and everything that you say is right. What does Milwaukee have? They ain't just some rat pack bunch that they put together. They got a culture. They've got, as you pointed out, the dominant presence of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Drew Holiday is shooting, 50% from the field, nearly 40% from three-point range. Chris Middleton, Mr. Mid-Range Game himself, is no joke. Brook Lopez is going to be back. And I'll tell you this, KP. You know the thing that the person that never gets mentioned, and I'm guilty of this, but I want to take this moment to give him some mad love. This kid, Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis can play. Bobby Portis can play. Ain't scared of anything. Can hit threes. Can hit J's. Can get into the interior and finish at the basket. Can help on the defensive side of the ball. Milwaukee did sweep Miami last year. I know it's not the same team. They're coming back. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Miami can't beat them, but Milwaukee can beat them now. I mean, it's a tight race. I think it's appropriate that both of them, and good for basketball, that both of them are atop the Eastern Conference right now, because it's not just about their record. It's not just about their talent. What you highlight and what you never fail to appreciate, culture. They both have culture. And Budenholzer, who was on the hot seat, he better had got past Brooklyn last year, or he wouldn't have this job. But once he got past Brooklyn, he deserved a contract extension. He's a champion, and we all know the man can coach. So I got it. I don't see anything Miami has that they're particularly lacking in Milwaukee as the reigning defending champions?
Well, the only thing I would say is this. When it comes down to matching up their big Miami Heat, the Heat big three alongside against the Bucks big three,
okay,
I think you could pretty much cancel them out, right? Because for some reason this year, the Miami Heat has done a great job of guarding Giannis. It comes down to the others, and I take nothing from Bobby Portis. The man straight out balls. He played with passion. He played with tenacity. He gives them swagger. But see, the Miami Heat, when I look at their others, when I look at Duncan Robinson, when I look at Gabe Vincent, when I look at a guy like Dwayne Dedmon, who's been underrated, giving some good backup minutes at the center position, I'm looking at the other role players, and they are a slight bit better than the Milwaukee Bucks role players.
Okay,
and that's why I give an edge to the Miami Heat.
I will tell you, Giannis is a dominant presence. Bobby Portis, 48% from the field, 42.7% from three-point range. That brother needs to get some love. He's going to be a difference maker.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to say, Stephen A., because the two teams play again on March 2nd, which is a Wednesday, so I was going to say take Countdown on the road.
Is it in Miami?
Sadly.
Is it in Miami?
It's in Milwaukee.
Is it in Miami? Is it in
No,
Milwaukee?
no, I know. I was looking for you. I had your back.
I can go to Milwaukee in May or June.
Yeah, I know.
It's too early to go to Milwaukee.
We know how
too
you
cold.
feel.
Too cold.
Okay, more First Take on the way. Big Perk sticking with us. Does not get any worse if you're the Lakers, because as it turns out, the Big Three is turning out to be, well, a big bust. And it became even more evident as Russell Westbrook was sent to the bench with 34 seconds left in the third quarter and did not return as the Lakers fell 131 to 116 to the Bucks. Westbrook had just 10 points on 3 of 11 shooting, 4 turnovers. This was LA's 10th loss in the past 15 games. Moods are dismal, so here's Russ and LeBron after the game.
So there's a moment right before the end of the game where you went over to LeBron and AD on the bench, patted LeBron on the head, AD on the shoulder. Seemed like you're trying to pick them up in that moment. Can you kind of take me through what was going on there?
Just give them encouragement. Just keep their head up. Keep playing. Tough night. And I told them I wish I could help them. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the game to be able to help them. And that's why I came here to be able to help them out. So unfortunately, haven't been able to do that, for them. But that's not my call. I can be there, as a leader and as a voice of whatever it is that is needed for the team, and that's what I'll do until, my number or whatever is called during that time.
They tell us we ain't on their level. I mean, I'd have told you that before the game started.
Okay, the trade deadline is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Clearly, this roster is not working. So, Stephen A., where do the Lakers go from here?
Big Perk. This is bad, my brother. I want to preface my comments by saying that there's been many occasions where people have gotten on Russell Westbrook and, you've said things about him, people have said things about him where he takes it as a knock against his character. Mm-hmm. There is no knocking the character of Russell Westbrook. He's a good brother. He's real and authentic. He's got his heart in the right place, does a lot of things in the community that people don't realize. He's a good dude. He really, really is. The truculent personality, his look, his demeanor, forget all that. His heart's in the right place. This is about basketball. The brother looks shot. And I don't need the jib camera. I need this camera. Russell Westbrook looks completely shot. And there was a time just weeks ago, Big Perk, that I said, hell, it wouldn't bother me at all. As a matter of fact, it was on NBA Today last week with Malika and Janae when they just sandwiched me and double crossed me and beat up on me in a very vicious way. Okay, in a very vicious way. This is what the ladies do to me, Charlie. Molly does it all the time. But here's the deal. Bobby Marks pointed out how maybe you trade Russell Westbrook to the Knicks. I don't want him. New York Knicks fans don't want what we're seeing. I want the brother that I saw in Charlotte about 10 days, 12 days ago.
I don't want the brother that I saw last night. I don't want the brother that I saw against the New York Knicks. I don't want a brother that shot 4 for 21 from the field over the last 2 games. I don't want the brother that seems to be struggling so miserably. I don't know if I've ever seen a superstar struggle to this degree. I don't want a brother that's turnover prone with 2 or 3 consecutive plays. He's throwing the ball to nobody. It makes no sense whatsoever. And inside the Staples Center, which is now Crypto.com
Yes,
Center
it
or whatever.
is.